Hey guys, it's Sunday, July 31st, and I wanted to highlight a stock that I'm pretty bullish on, not only in the short term, but also in the long term for the next few months and possibly even over the next couple of years. That stock is Siriusxm Holdings. They provide satellite radio services in the US. Most of you probably know about them. Maybe you've got them in your car. I want to highlight some things on the chart that really stand out and look good to me. First thing we're looking at is just a daily chart, and as you can see, stock is uptrending over the last few weeks, and this is a short-term 12-day moving average, 50-day moving average in baby blue, and 200-day moving average in purple. What I like about the stock, aside from the breakout, is that the short-term moving average, clear uptrend, intermediate term, the 50, has started to give an uptrend, in the 200-day, which you can't tell too much, but it's also starting to curl higher and uptrend. So all the short-term signals on the daily showing uptrend momentum. The real picture, though, to me comes from the weekly chart and the monthly chart, as we'll look at in a moment. So you had the stock, if you just look at in the weekly view, it had been basically in a box between about 360 on the low and about $4 on the high. However, this week it broke out of that box pretty cleanly. It started to break out 2 weeks ago, but it extended, broke out to a new high for the year, and this is actually 8-year highs, as I'll show on the monthly chart. But most importantly, look at the volume down here. Volume, highest weekly volume ever this year, highest weekly volume since early 2014 when I had a big up week. You're up 5 weeks in a row for the first time this year. Just looks good on the volume. I love seeing the breakout in price confirmed with high volume. And again, if we just look at the moving averages, now we're looking at weekly moving averages, we see the shorter term 12-week moving average starting to slope higher, the 50-week ever so slightly starting to curl, and the 200-week has been in a strong uptrend overall over the last year and a half to begin with. And check out this awesome bounce off of this 200-week moving average at the beginning of 2016. Now, the icing on the cake. So the daily looks good, the weekly looks good. Now I want to look at the monthly, see if that looks good as well. And what I'll point out is that we had a long-term consolidation that we looked at on the weekly. However, look at this long-term consolidation on the monthly now. We go back to 2013, and for the most part, we saw a trading range of $3 to $4 over the last 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. And again, just a nice breakout above the top of the box. And look at our monthly volume down here. July just ended, so this is the highest volume month since early 2014, highest volume on a green month since January 2014. That's over 2 years ago. And if you went back prior to that, it's highest since 2013. So just volume looks really good, price action looks really good. And I point to the moving averages again, the 50-month moving average, strong uptrend, and the 12-month moving average has been offering support recently and has started to curl higher. Now, the 200-month moving average, a very long-term moving average, is still in a downtrend. Why is it still in a downtrend, even though the stock's performing well? Well, if you zoom out and you go back, you see that SIRI, back at the peak of the tech bubble in the late 90s, was a $68 stock. Now, I don't expect SIRI to get all the way up there by any means, but because of all this action right here, that's being factored into the 200-month moving average. You can see that it didn't even get formed until 2013 because 200 months is such a long time. If you think about that, it takes up 16 years. You need 16 years worth of price action before you can even get the 200-month moving average to be formed. So while I would prefer to see it be uptrending, you got to understand that when you look at the monthly, a 200-month moving average is going to be the last 16 years, and as we see in Siri's case, that can be heavily influenced. Now, what I do like, though, is that it's very far away. It's at $6. So we could go from 4.40 up to $5 here and make a 13.5% move and just be at $5, and we're still another 20% away from the $6 mark, which that monthly moving average, it's not going to be dropping a whole lot over the next couple months because, again, it's 200 months. It takes a long time for it to budge. Just in the last month, in June, it was 627. This month, in July, it was 615. Month prior was 637. So if we assume that by the end of September, it'll be maybe 590-ish or so, that still leaves a lot of headway before we start dealing with that resistance mark. So as of now, SIRI, clean breakout. It's above the 2013 highs. It's above 2008 highs. It's testing 2006 highs right now. I think this stock looks very good. I am currently long shares at $4.36. I think SIRI trades to $5, and the way I stick with it is as long as it's above $4 now. Preferably it doesn't even come back down to 4, but I've currently got a stop loss underneath $4, as if you look at this monthly breakout, this breakout kind of happened from $4, so I don't want to give up the breakout. If it can have a good month in August or a good week here to start August and put in a nice candle, then I'll likely raise my stop up to 410, 415 or so. But honestly, I'll be surprised if I get stopped out. I think this is going to be a winning trade, and if you're not following SIRI already, I think you should give it a look because I think it can be a good one. So good luck. That's what I've got. Let me know. Leave a comment if you have any questions.